Listening is the way I know where I am. I'm trying to hear as far as I can. I'm trying to take in as many different sounds as I can at once. Sometimes there are images in my mind's eye, but more in my mind's ear. The process of listening is a profound, a deep mode of awareness, a way of paying attention. We say, let's see what we can hear. And the Inuit would say, let's hear what we can see. So really the question is, what does it mean to act creatively in the world? Isn't that what we're all asking ourselves these days? You know, are we the crown of creation, or are we just another animal that lives here? Or are we somehow both? One of the things that I believe music is applied physics, applied mathematics. In my electronic soundscapes, veils, and the place where you go to listen, the mathematical forms and processes are quite elaborate. And then in strange and sacred noise, you can literally see the geometric forms right on the score, as you can in Inuksuit. Visually, it resembles these stacks of stones. Inuksuit is inspired by those stone sentinels of the Arctic, which have been constructed for centuries by the Inuit people. But what the word means, translated literally from Inuit, is to act in the capacity of the human. And it's that idea that really captured my imagination. The piece is sight-determined. It's really all about finding the music within the place and exploring the music of the place. Inuksuit is a large-scale work for percussion. It can be done from 9 to 99 performers. I believe that music can serve as a sounding model for human consciousness and culture. That music is one of the most profound ways in which we understand where we are, who we are, how to live, how things might be, and how things really are.
You know, there's an interesting thing about listening, and that is that it seems clearly that the world is getting louder. The very thing that a musician needs, which is to be able to differentiate amongst sounds and to be able to encode or to read the coding within the sounds, becomes harder as the distinctions among sounds become smaller.
The seed of the idea came from our most recent listening expedition together, which was performing strange and sacred noise on the tundra in Alaska. And that, for me, begged the central question, what is outdoor music? Because you hear strange and sacred noise inside, and it's big, it's complex, it's dark, it's overwhelming, it's at times frightening. And hearing it outside, it's different. It's smaller. Some of it blows away in the wind. And it's very beautiful, but it's very, very different.
I think about this like, is there a natural habitat to music? And so if you heard Thelonious Monk played at Minton's, or if you heard Dvorak played in the Concertgebouw, or if you heard Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock, this would be like a species that has come home to a kind of breeding ground and nesting ground. And so it seemed to me that, you know, taking noise to the tundra was you know, like a sort of Free Willy project. You know, we're going to take it out where it really belongs, and we're going to watch it go. And the only thing it didn't do was do the jump over the, you know, the hill.
I don't know, that weather was pretty great. I cried. I'm glad you weren't around. This piece can be performed anywhere. I hope it'll be performed in wild locations. I hope it'll be performed in Central Park.
I think that it would be fascinating to hear it underneath the flight path at LAX or on the border between Tijuana and San Diego.
I would love to hear it in those places.
There's nothing to gain. You can't win anything if you're a musician. There's really no material gain to be had from doing what we're doing. Both the most you can expect and the least you can expect is to change people's lives. And that's what I expect will happen.
This is about the music all around us all the time.